America has a problem. We have a problem of waste. We don't have a problem with food. We have a problem with throwing food away. About 25% of fruits and vegetables grown in the United States are just thrown away. They are turned back into the soil, they're fed to cattle or livestock, they're just discarded. That's in the field. 25% of the food never makes it out of the fields. Not because it's bad, not because farmers are wasteful, but because consumers will not buy ugly produce and fruit. It would be nice to say that wasting food is a modern day issue, but that's not the case. Here out at Weed Patch, this is the actual location from John Steinbeck's Grapes of Wrath. This Arvin camp is, and these buildings here are the original buildings for when this was the government camp for the Okie farm workers. Farm workers still live here. The lean-tos, sheds have been replaced with actual apartments, but it still goes to show that even after 90 years, we still waste food. In John Steinbeck's book, The Grapes of Wrath, one of the things that I remember when I had to read that many years ago, when the fruit wasn't perfect, the workers didn't get paid. Look at the two ugliest onions you have ever seen. But guess what's inside of them? That's right, perfect onions. Absolutely perfect, fresh, red, sharp, tasting onions. Today, we're going to take this to, as we talk about ugly produce. I just did the absolute simplest thing in the world. I sliced 4 medium onions up and I just put them in the saucepan with a little bit of oil, and I'm just going to let them caramelize. In my pot, I have 8 large red onions that I sliced and then cut into cubes, and I added a cup of water, a cube of butter, a tablespoon of brown sugar, about half a teaspoon of salt, and these have been cooking on the stovetop for about half an hour. They have a long ways to go. In about another half hour, I'm going to add balsamic vinegar, probably all of that bottle, so I'm going to add a good half cup. Here are my onions. This is the same amount of onions, they've just cooked down quite a bit. This is my onions. Wow, they have really cooked down, but this is exactly what I wanted. Do it while your kitchen is cool, because it can make it hot. So there's 3 cups of flour and a stick of butter and a tablespoon of brown sugar. So how do you know when your yeast is proofed? When it looks like that, that is proofed yeast. And in it goes. In goes my very proofed yeast. Now it's going to come together in a beautiful ball of dough. I pulled out the dough, attempting not to get holes, but there's a hole. But it's no big deal if you do. You just cover it right back up. And the more you've let your dough rest, the better elasticity you will have. Now comes the wonderful toppings. Wait till you see what I'm going to do. Half a stick of butter. It's pretty warm. Just going to put this everywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to put my onions down. These luscious onions. All of my onions are going to go down. I'm going to smear them all around. I've already added garlic. Now I'm going to add roasted garlic. So I just took a full. Roasted it in the oven for about 30-35 minutes. Now I'm going to smash those up. See how easy they smash when they're all nice and roasty. Now I'm going to add just a tiny bit of salt and some pepper. And now I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And this is going to do a couple of things. One thing it's going to do is it's going to help, I think, capture any extra moisture. Now I'm going to fold this in half. So the next time you have an ugly onion or any ugly produce, think about what you can do to make them gorgeous. I have onion jam, my beautiful onion bread, and all of these came from really ugly onions that somebody was just going to throw away. So look in your pantry, what do you have in there that you can make absolutely delicious items with? Thank you, and subscribe and come back. I want to hear from you, and I would love to get your feedback on what you do with ugly produce. In all, the United States throws away 150,000 tons of food a day of fruits, vegetables, dairy, and meat.